Hello and welcome. This is News Hour here on CCMT Television, Channel 44. We're broadcasting live from One Silicon Hills here in Mile 91. I am Maya Mapusha Salabi. Let's have the news. After a very long time, residents of the Mile 91 community are going to be enjoying electricity services as the government, through the Ministry of Energy, have signed a memorandum of understanding with Green Energy Power to supply electricity services in the community. The resident minister North, Honorable Abu Abdullah Kurma, says the project is to help in community development. Julian Akaba has more on the story. On Saturday, 18th September 2021, the government, through the Ministry of Energy, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Green Energy Power to supply electricity to the entire Yoni Chiefdom, Tonkolili district. Speaking at the event, the project director for the Green Energy Power, Mr. Samzoka, disclosed that by the end of March 2022, the project will be completed.
The project life, we don't begin the project today. For my 91, the project will finish by end of March. March next year. Okay? Then, I think some people they have the project. How long will we get this power here? Now, business. If we pay, we build them, we get the money for maintain the equipment, for expand the equipment, they can return, they grow, they can the population, they grow. Forever, we all live together. Forever.
The Minister for the Ministry of Energy, Honorable Abu Abdullah Kurma, expressed his joy over the implementation of the project, as he said it will help in community development.
We as a nation, the government headed by His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, they always look for development for people. So if the president, they go and source development, we in subject, we all as Sierra Leoneans will embrace that development because we need the development, because we need for change the lives of the people. So if today the green energy don't come in Mile 91, we don't identify Mile 91 as a strategic point for let us get light. I feel say we as a nation and we as a community Mile 91 will embrace this development and we say for protector.
The Regent Chief of the Mamela Chiefdom, Yusuf Alhaji Bari, thanked the Minister for such initiative and said they will donate 15 acres of land for its implementation.
Well, this means a very big achievement to me, in as much as the new regime will get this opportunity. We pray that it come as it is, as I would discuss in the meeting. And for now we get the land, we would give to them people there, so it don't mean nothing. The land, it is more than what they need. So then they don't give them the hopes and the assurance they will get the land where they want.
Reporting for CCMT News, I am Juliana E. Kaba, a second-year mass communication student of the Canadian College. The revision process for chieftaincy position in the Yoni Mamela chiefdom was cancelled because of some alleged cheating practices that were suspected during the process. The Secretary General of the four ruling houses in the Yoni Mamela chiefdom, Tijan Ali Kamara, blames the disagreements of the revision on the government. Here is the story. The revision process for the selection of paramount chiefs at the Yoni Mamela chiefdom for 2022 and 2023 was cancelled because of some alleged cheating practices during the revision process. The advisor to the consortium ruling house, Yoni Mamela ruling house, Bumne Solamani, says the revision was cancelled as a result of new and unknown task-paying slips that were presented and distributed by one of the candidates who is said claimed to be a government-supported candidates.
I will give you this stump server now 2020 tax their money, and we expect if they make them 20,000, this now the best things where they will use as a database. So then come now, they say that they can't do revision on 2020. Now, I will talk to you again, this will get intelligence. They saved this one last night, one of the candidates. They claim say in a government-supported candidate. Most of the people that win are the new people them. Look this. This is if in a 2020 with people them, if I don't be rough. But look how clean. So we begin to say something wrong. So we put onto the notice, but then continue for do this thing. So we not get no option. We don't want for threats, we don't want for cause chaos. So we just tell the people and say, this thing is not credible. So far, we dey tell the people and say, so let us stop.
One of the aspirants for the revision, Umaru Sanfa Kamara, for the Bumne ruling house, alleged that the district officer was trying to manipulate the revision process because it favors one of the aspirants named Osman Kondo.
There are a lot of malpractices. You don't understand that. First of all, the DO, they try to manipulate this particular division. Now they try to manipulate her. If you favor a candidate, you don't understand that. When the government say, then they can't cry now. You don't understand that. And we're not going to accept them. We are not going to accept it. You don't understand that. What is going to happen now? It happen now.
The Secretary General for the Council of the four ruling houses of Yoni Mamela Chiefdom blames the dilemma and disagreement of the revision for their chieftaincy process on the government, saying that their old ways of selecting their paramount chiefs were more suiting.
The tradition of the chieftaincy of Yoni Mamela, where the government not be they interfere, if they go on rotational process. But the sooner where government interfere, then draw a chieftaincy act, say no more rotational crowning, as the sooner the paramount chief, a vacancy don't exist, everybody get the right for coming to that process day when electioneering, and feel say now they bring we all to this. Where be say some Monday you go one use a political influence, some Monday go one use a get money, some man go one use all what it takes for say he gain power where sometimes he go there against the wish of the people.
The rest of the community members says they are patiently waiting to know when the revision will continue. Reporting for CCMT TV, I am Juliana E. Kaba, a second-year mass communication student reporting.
Residents of Mile 91 have raised concerns over the high rate of house rents by landlords in the community. Some of them have been speaking to CCMT television.
I don't take almost now 3 years this way I don't take. And it's quite different. And the price we would face right now as compared before, far different. Because today the way I will be they pay is less than the way I would pay now. Right now the rent don't go too high. So we'll be they pay 25,000 per month. Now for single room, 25,000 I will be they pay per month. But now we they pay 40,000 per single room. So you don't see the difference.
First, we will become like we will be pay 30,000. I'll be the payers. But now they don't ask them up to 70,000. Okay. Yes. Where it be say for the year now we pay some they pay 1,500,000. Like we they pay 2 million. Then we don't get any other side for get money unless they send for we. We parents and get for send for we money. So like we self get we have stuff there where we get for need for use where we they buy. Aside from that osrenti where they give. So like at first where they exam we not be feel fine because even we host the entire household we be say well they go meet the landlord say for load drive forget to talk with them but he still not agree say he dey ace the price up. We be meet am as a team instead say not to him due to where the building materials they all they go up day by day. So like himself the best way they help we then we save the help am and for them ace the rent. But like any year it can paint do some renovations in the house.
Well like the house rent last year na be 1 million now they pay per year but now na 2 million for rent. Well now they feel fine because at the strain I got for take care of some things them. So like this also rent with a lot ace up so and then they go for minutes to minutes the way I need. So like at the really strain. The last one go be for let the landlord and let them decrease the rentage. Be out of this money out now they will they feed we safe. So like then get for reduce the money for we.
Advice to the landlord and no more like let it take as their own picky then as we don't come on a different land, different parts of the country. Let them go the pasture in, especially for the rent business. Okay. Like if months done, we will agree so they pay that 50,000 per month. But if the year done, months done for low pay, let them go they give it some times. Okay. Or go they think about that till we pay them money.
Let's go for a short break, after which we'll have some continental news stories.
Becoming somebody isn't easy. If you want to become somebody, you're going to need to challenge yourself, to make new friends, to make a new home, to find new skills and knowledge.
To create a better path to a brighter future.
To overcome your challenges.
To grow with the world of ever-growing technology.
To create a change in society.
To make the world a better place.
At Canadian College, we will help you to meet these challenges. This is the place where your career can
Canadian College of Modern Technology, the place where careers begin.
Welcome back. This is News Hour here on CCMT Television Channel 44. Now let's have some continental news stories. U.S. travel bans that were first set by the then President Donald Trump, limiting travel from different countries like China, United Kingdom, Brazil, South Africa, and many more, according to State House, will be lifted coming November, allowing vaccinated foreign nationals into the country. Here is the story.
Foreigners will soon be allowed to travel to the United States. The new rules, according to State House, will require all foreign nationals arriving in the United States to show proof of being fully vaccinated. The White House COVID-19 response coordinator Jeff Zients said. He said the new rules will take effect in early November, a timeline that will give agency and airlines time to prepare. In addition to requiring vaccination, the administration said it was taking other steps to mitigate the spread of the virus in 3 other areas: testing, contact tracing, and masking. Fully vaccinated foreign nationals and American citizens returning to the United States from abroad will be required to take a pre-departure COVID-19 test within 3 days of their flight and show proof of a negative result before boarding. Unvaccinated Americans returning to the U.S. will be subject to stricter testing requirements, Zients said, including a test within 1 day of departure and an additional test when they return. Fully vaccinated passengers will not be subject to any quarantine mandate upon arriving in the U.S. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention plans to issue a contact tracing order requiring airlines to collect information from U.S.-born travelers, including a phone number and an email address, to alert travelers of potential exposure. Airlines will be required to keep contact tracing information for 30 days. This will enable CDC and state and local public health officials to follow up with inboard travelers and those around them if someone has potentially been exposed to COVID-19 and other pathogens, Zients said, adding that these new requirements will be used more broadly going forward to help protect against any future public health threats. The AstraZeneca vaccine has not been accepted by the U.S. government. Courtesy of CNN News, I am Lamas.
From Afghanistan's many crises, hunger have taken over the city of Kabul, leaving the poor in struggles. Afghanis plead to the United States government to unfreeze the U.S. aid's account for the sake of the poor. Let's have the story.
Starvation is our biggest challenge, says the poor of the city of Kabul, as few hundred Afghanis can barely afford a couple of dollars. Millions of Afghanis live in desperate poverty in the country that has received huge sums in foreign aid. The money left over that might help them, around $9 billion in the central bank reserve, is frozen by the Americans to keep it away from the Taliban. At dawn, hundreds of construction workers gathered in one of Kabul's open-air markets with their tools looking for a day work. Big building projects in the city have stopped. The banks are closed. The foreign money tap has been turned off. A handful of the construction workers get picked up for work. The rest are getting angry. One of the men, Hayat Khan, rage about the fortune stolen by corrupt elites in the last 20 years. Wealthy people think about themselves, not the poor. I can't even buy bread. Believe me, I cannot find a single dollar, and the rest of the rich people put the aid dollars from the West in their pockets. No one cares for the poor people when aid comes from outside. The people in power make sure it went to their relative, not to the poor.
This is where we end the news hour here on CCMT Television Channel 44. Continue to stay connected to this channel as more interesting programs are coming up. Once again, I am Mariam Apasha Salabi. Good night.